Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Florida State versus Clemson college football matchup on Saturday, October 5th, 2024. It's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year, college football Saturday. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Just go to Pickdawgz.com, click on the premium picks tab. I've also got a link directly below this video in the description. Prices start at $15, go all the way up to yearly packages, but you can always use the discount code PICK and get 15% off no matter what you purchase. We also have products meant for people that make bigger bets, people with big bankrolls looking for a VIP type experience. These are our most expensive premium packages. You got to text the number you see on the screen to get these, but keep in mind they are most expensive. And number two, these are long-term packages. These are not one-game big bet bailouts. But let's get to it. We've got Florida State hosting Clemson. Of course, Florida State ran the table last year and did not make it into the college football playoff. Basically, all their starters sat out. They got blown out by Georgia in their bowl game, who all their starters played in that game. And it was kind of a meaningless thing, to all of us that watched it and just said, and then, all the naysayers were like, well, Florida State, there they is. They had their chance against Georgia, and look what happened. Well, it was meaningless. And I think it has very little bearing on what's happened this year with Florida State. Just basically the wheels falling off the cart here. They've lost a good portion of their team from last year and are in rebuilding mode. And I think also when you look at the NIL and transfer portal, Florida State really not some great moves in the transfer portal. It looked like they had some good acquisitions there, but the guys just haven't seemed to fill the bill. And I think most notably quarterback DJU, who has been absolutely horrible for the Noles this season. Of course, he was a former Clemson QB and was replaced by the Clemson current starter, Cade Klubnik. So a little bit of a revenge, rematch factor here, but is that motivation, is that factor enough to motivate the Noles to get past the Tigers? Now, we expect more of Florida State than what we've seen from them this year. That is for sure. And, we expect Clemson to be good every single year. And while Clemson, went toe-to-toe with Georgia in the first half of their game with them, well, they got blown out in the second half, and I think what most people see is that second half blowout. They kind of ignored that first half where Clemson went toe-to-toe with them. And I think, what we've seen from Clemson since then is, well, the other Clemson, the one that's just absolutely slaughtering teams, putting up 66, 59, and 40 points over their last three games consecutively. Meanwhile, the Florida State offense has been absolutely terrible. 12 points, 14 points, 16 points. Prior to that, 13 points, and then their big outing, 21 points in their season opener in that loss to Georgia Tech. We look at, the Florida State offense in general, 125th in the nation in yards per game at 278.2, 131st in rushing yards per game, and 213th in 88th in passing yards per game, 213 yards per game. So not 213th ranked, it's 213. We look at the Clemson defense and yards allowed. They've certainly bent, giving up 401.8 yards per game. That ranks 101st in the nation, giving up 5.4 yards per carry. So there certainly still are some vulnerabilities here. And, they haven't exactly played against world beaters or world-class talent, since that opener against Georgia. And, there's not going to be too many games against teams like Georgia out there. But when we look at the Clemson offense, they have been off the chain since then. 457 yards per game, 179.2 yards rushing per game, 277.8 passing yards per game, up against a Florida State defense that's bottom half or worse in most of the major categories. Florida State has been shooting themselves in the foot, and to be honest with you, it's the offense that's just simply been hanging the defense out to dry. I believe in revenge. I believe that Florida State is a better team than the team that we've seen from them, and I believe in all those things. At the same time, they have to have that forward progress before I really can buy into it. I tried buying into Florida State against SMU. It cost me dearly, not falling for it again, even at the Doak. I'm going to take Clemson and lay the points on the road, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.